If I gave you $100,000, well, that would be nice. What would you do with it? Well, maybe you would go out to dinner and have a good time. But when you got back to the office the next morning and you look at the check, yes, I'm not sending it to you by PayPal or wire transfer or Zelle. You have this check in hand. What are you going to do with it? What would be your first, second, or third thing you would do with it? Most of us don't have a plan. That's really the issue. You don't know how to leverage it. So in most cases, you end up spending the money and not investing the money. And that's really critical to this whole point. So you have to have a plan for money. Many of the companies that I had gone with, not many, a bunch of them had already spent a lot of money by the time I had showed up. Some of them, unfortunately, were deep in debt. And why were they deep in debt? Because they fell into the thing that we all do, which is they maxed out their credit cards. They had leveraged how long they could get for extending with materials and suppliers. And now they were really in a deep hole. And adding more money or giving them more money would have just repeated the same problems because they were not systematic. They were people driven. And what I mean by people driven was they would just threw people at the problem, hoping that they would magically fix it. How do I know this? I did the same thing. The only good news is we had a little money when I started to do this. So, of course, I wasted it in all the wrong ways, trying to throw people at it, magically hoping they would fix it, and they did not. Until we platformed our business, until we systematically changed our business, nothing much really changed. We had to learn how to work on the right thing at the right time in the right way. And so that we could put that money to work, we thought about, for the first time, return on investment for that new piece of equipment or standardizing our trucks or changing the layout, any way that we would put money to work. Here's the other thing. What was common to those companies that were deep in debt? Most of them had their staffing ratio messed up. And what I mean by that is they didn't have enough people outside doing the turning the wrenches versus the people inside who don't turn wrenches or screwdrivers. They are the money makers, the service techs, the installers, system advisors, which is what I call big ticket salespeople, versus everyone else who doesn't count. The higher the number of outside people to the inside people, usually money will flow. So we had to get that fixed, but that takes systems again. We had to have manuals. We had to make ways to maximize every call. We had to have a sales system. We had a marketing system. But really, staffing is what helped really change it at the end. And the staffing program builds on top of operating power. And that is coming out, by the way. So the reality is we needed to get more people, young apprentices, in the pipeline, get them to go to apprentice to junior tech, and then from junior tech to senior tech, and senior tech to field supervisor, so we could have more people outside where it counts versus inside. And that is when money began to flow back in versus flowing out. Now you need a way to have KPIs or metrics so that they have the key metrics for a service tech, for an installer, for a system advisor, and then all of your managers have their own KPIs for them to occupy and hold that box in accordance to their manuals. That's how you really change this equation. And this is how you can apply money in the right way. And this is how you can not just spend money, but invest money the right way. Hey, look, I get a credit card bill just like you. And I go, what? Where did I spend this money? Well, I have a severe Starbucks habit. And yeah, if you want to drink $3 and $4 and $5 drinks every day, you know what? That counts. And so the bill comes home. And this is what happens to all of us if we're not careful. Learning how to use money the right way and having a plan for it, having a goal is seriously big time. The example I've always used is suppose you wanted to drive from New York to LA and you hadn't done it 1,000 times. Would it be nice to have GPS and a map or a map? Yes. Otherwise, you're just going to waste time, waste gas, waste electricity if you have an electric car, whatever it is to that plan. And so you need to know budgeting that you do by yourself. So whether or not you're tracking to those KPIs, whether money is flowing in or out, that's how you do it in real time. So you can make the financial correction in real time. That's your financial GPS. With this in plan, whether I gave you 100,000 or a million, if you're already a big company, you could maximize every one of those dollars. And that's what I want for you.